I'm Ashlyn.
And I'm Zach.
And we're traveling A to Z.
This week we're exploring the mountain region of Colorado.
We just made it to the Rocky Mountains and we're gonna go get our pass so then we could go in and go explore and go hike and check it out. We're currently taking Old River Road, which is only open from July through September. And it's a dirt road and it's supposed to just switch back for about 9 miles. We're like the only car on this road right now. This is a very narrow road right off the edge of a cliff. Old Fall River Road was the first road built to the top of the Continental Divide in the Rocky Mountain National Park. Off of Old River Road, there is a hike to Chasm Falls. The hike is very short from the parking lot and is only about a quarter-mile round trip. At the bottom of the hike, you get a gorgeous view of a 25-foot waterfall. We're now driving the Trail Ridge Road, which is a scenic drive. This is a 48-mile road that crosses the middle of the Rocky Mountains and connects the communities of the Grand Lakes and Estes Park. This road reaches 12,183 feet above sea level and is the highest continuous paved road in the United States. At the Alpine Visitor Center, you have gorgeous views from here of the glaciers and mountains. Our next stop is to Milner's Pass, where the Continental Divide is located. We're at the Continental Divide at Milner's Pass, and we are at 10,759 feet. We're now stopping at the Holzwarth Historic Site, which is the site of a family homestead that later became the Never Summer Ranch. We're gonna walk down the half-a-mile path and go check it out.
This is one of the few cabins still standing in the Kowalski Valley. It was homesteaded by a guy that was going to be a miner. He was going to come hang out here for 5 years, and then one day he just disappeared. Nobody knows what happened to him.
And here's his little cabin. There was a dude ranch on this site ran by the family from 1920 to 1950.
Dude Range. Well, Holzwarth. You can come up here and go fishing and hunting and stuff.
So you see behind me the Colorado River. It starts about 10 miles north of here in the Rocky Mountains, and then it goes all the way to the Pacific. We were able to see some female moose eating grass and a male and female elk. We're now continuing on the Trail Ridge Road. Our next stop is to Gore Range. We're just hiked up to the highest point. After the highest point the road could go. It is so windy. I'm getting blown away. It's unbelievable. But the view's amazing. Look at this. Today we're going to go hike Emerald Lake Trail. This is a 3.2 mile out and back trail that gains around 700 feet of elevation. During this hike you pass by multiple lakes. We're heading to Nymph Lake, Dream Lake, and Emerald Lake. Emerald Lake is supposed to be about a 1.8 mile hike with about a little over 600 foot elevation gain. So not too bad except for slightly at a higher elevation. So may get a little winded, but other than that, it's supposed to be a beautiful hike. So this is the first lake, Nymph Lake. It has little lily pads all over and cute little ducks. So we're heading up to Dream Lake right now. They have some nice steps, pretty maintained, but gosh, you have this gorgeous view, which you can see behind me. Oh, it's beautiful. probably can't see it through the trees, but you can hear it. Really fast flowing water. Heading to Dream Lake. It's pretty nice in here. It's all green and there's little streams everywhere, little ponds everywhere. And I think we're high enough that there's no mosquitoes.
I don't know about that.
Maybe
I think there's still mosquitoes up here.
Yeah, maybe don't quote me on that, but so far we've been lucky.
I think if there's water, there's mosquitoes.
We made it to Dream Lake. It's almost more like looks more like a river. It's moving so much because of the wind, but it's really pretty. Dream Lake, it's a really long lake, and the hike goes around the lake pretty flat once you get to Dream Lake. I'm guessing we're gonna go up soon to get to Emerald Lake. We made it to Emerald Lake. It's gorgeous. It's about a 1.7 mile hike up and about a 690 foot elevation gain, so not too bad.
It was a really nice day too.
And you have a gorgeous waterfall with a lake in the background to enjoy. We are at Bear Lake. It's about 256 feet from the parking lot, pretty flat. You just walk along the flat road and you come to this big, nice lake, and you can walk all the way around the lake if you want. And it's good views. Our final hike in the Rocky Mountain National Park is to hike to Sky Pond. It's right at 6 o'clock in the morning. Our goal was to start at like 5:30. So we're doing the Sky Pond hike. This hike is approximately 9 miles and you gain around 1,774 feet elevation. It is an out and back hike, but we decided to make it a loop and go check out another lake. It was already packed, the parking lot. So we had to park at the Bear Lake parking lot and we're gonna head towards Alberta Falls. It's gonna add a couple miles, but no really other way around it because the other parking lot's really small. So it should be a great hike, and I heard it's one of the best hikes in the actual Rocky Mountains. So we're gonna check it out and hopefully it is. Here's the sunrise over the Rocky Mountains. It's gorgeous. If we would have started Glacier Gorge, it would have been 0.4 miles closer.
Okay.
Not bad. He likes water.
Yep, I do. Pretty nice river. You can tell this is a popular hike because everybody from the city carved their name into all the trees.
Oh, that's so sad.
So we're at Alberta Falls. That's it. And now I'm going to go stand on a rock so Ashley can take my picture.
Okay, Sky Pond, 2.7 miles.
We're getting closer.
It's actually been a very nice hike so far. probably halfway up the top of this steep incline, and you get this beautiful view of this gorgeous kind of cascading waterfall with all these wildflowers around. It's really nice. And it's a nice little resting spot.
Well, we're about 3 miles in, and we found our first snow. We haven't made it to the lake yet, but we're hoping it's not frozen over.
So the lock. Wow, look at that view. Our next stop is to Lake of Glass. We're about 4 miles in. We have about 1 more mile left. So the last mile is supposed to be one of the hardest miles. And supposedly you have to go across a waterfall or something, I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully I don't fall in.
Ashley's rock climbing again.
I hate rock climbing. Up a waterfall. I don't know where to go.
There you go, it's just like going upstairs. Yeah. Wet stairs. You ready?
Ah, right. So once you get to the top of the waterfall, you get to the Lake of Glass. It's not exactly glassy, but it's pretty. We made it to Sky Pond, 4.78 miles from the start and 1,631 feet elevation gain. You have this gorgeous view with the pond and the big rock formations behind with the glaciers on it. Definitely worth the hike. So we didn't get tortured enough. We're gonna go find Lake Hayaha, which is 1.9 miles, and make a loop out of the Sky Trail instead. I think we made it to the top of this hill. Now we're gonna try to find this lake. I'm getting ate by mosquitoes now, which I know earlier I said there's no mosquitoes. I lied.
She's having a great time.
We are about 9 miles into our hiking today, so I'm a little tired.
Here we are at Hasso something or other lake. We made it.
We're now doing our loop and we're heading down, finally. And in the background you could see Nymph Lake and Dream Lake, which is what the hikes we did yesterday. But you're gonna see it from up above, which is pretty neat. Take a look. I hope you enjoyed exploring and hiking around Rocky Mountain National Park with us. Please subscribe below to follow more of our adventures.